can stop her, T'Challa. It's time to armor up. Iron Man. Black Panther.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you sit there, hopefully as comfortably as you possibly can, I want you to digest this. We're jumping to the direct, and I'm going to work backwards. This is the image of them looking at. A little baby T'Challa on episode 8 of this TV show appears. He's a T'Child. Another one. Kevin Feige said, how do we expand further and broaden the horizons of what's acceptable of T'Challa? How could we create an image of him being younger, but still T'Challa? Kevin, we remember X-Men 97 and how the Black Panther character was not present for that. In fact, he was the only character where the sliding timeline didn't slide for, and his dad had to be the one in his place. Listen to Steve call him T'Chaka.
Sir, King T'Chaka is right.
But in this Disney Plus show, T'Challa does appear, right? Good news, awesome. They use the imagery to further the agenda of T'Challa could be any age. Because Toussaint, Nakia's son,
This is my son, Toussaint.
is the studio's long-term plan. We recently heard Kevin saying, I'd recast Steve and Tony. Here's the quote. Technically not quoted, but here's the report. We know recasting to be the industry standard. We know all that good stuff. This thing is worrisome. So I should probably read the article. I said I was going to start backwards, but good golly. Another T'Child. It's written by Nathan Johnson. Fans quickly got used to and fell in love with Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. Blah, 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 blah. Marvel just introduced fans to a new version of T'Challa in an episode of a new collection of shorts on Disney Plus titled Meet Iron Man and His Awesome Friends. Specifically in the show's 8th episode, Meet Black Panther, viewers were introduced to a young version of T'Challa, also known as the Black Panther. In the short, T'Challa can be seen walking and conversing with Iron Man, aka Tony Stark. Viewers can get a look at the young character's full design, including a stylish jacket that looks similar to T'Challa's Black Panther suit in the MCU. While the episode is only an introductory short to get Iron Man and his awesome friends familiar with T'Challa, it also gives the viewers a look at the character fully suited up. Down here it says that T'Challa's Black Panther suit looks extremely similar to the Black Panther suit in the MCU. Nathan, what are you writing in this article? What are you trying to tell me? Because I'm picking up what you're putting down. That this is conditioning the audience into accepting T'Challa at a younger age. In comes Damson Idris to play an older version of Toussaint the T'Child. Bob's your uncle. Yes, Blue, Bob's your uncle. The 8th episode also featured Black Panther striking one of his iconic poses, which also gives fans a better look at the design of his suit as well as its color pattern. Down there it says fans will be able to see more of T'Challa in Iron Man and His Awesome Friends when the full series is released. That's the article. Will T'Challa return to the MCU? What do you got to say for me, Nathan? The character is continuing to play a vital role in the Marvel content and will do so for many years to come. However, as also seen in the upcoming Disney Plus preschool series, Boseman's impact of the character Black Panther has shaped how the character will be portrayed in future projects, even if they are not part of the MCU. Because he was so fucking iconic and good at it, we can't have T'Challa continue anymore, or whatever stupid excuse it is.
His portrayal of T'Challa, the Black Panther, is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason that we will not recast the character.
God. One actor from a major film recently dominated the box office, threw his name in the hat to be the next Black Panther. Damson Idris is one. Probably is if I click on that. Yep, it'll be Damson Idris. Let me go back to my article. Seems though Marvel Studios has plans to continue the legacy of T'Challa in some way or shape. The two most likely options are variant to be brought in. Look, I'm okay with the variant if he is T'Challa, acts like T'Challa. There's no shortcuts taken or mischaracterizations of the character. I want a recast, but if T'Challa is there as T'Challa and not his Nakia's son bastard who's older, yeah, I'm good with that. Through a multiverse, or for T'Challa, let's not call Toussaint T'Challa 2, to be aged up. Do African cultures do that, where they name the son the same thing and they put a 2 beside it? The former option seems as though it would make the most sense if Marvel Studios wants T'Challa's Black Panther in action sooner rather than later, and they could always keep T'Child in the background until he's ready to jump onto the field. No, by the time T'Child is old enough, if they go through time normally, by the time he's old enough, the whole MCU will have been rebooted. Not reset, rebooted, because everyone's going to be too old to play their superhero roles, and they'll start from the beginning. It'll be a 30-year run. Congratulations on 30. Congratulations on making it to 18. Who knew we would be here this long? But there is going to have to be a full-on hard start from phase 1 reboot. That's not why you're here, though. You're here for the T'Challa that they created. This little thing on the left side of your screen is an abomination, and it is imagery set to massage you guys, you viewers, into accepting T'Challa at such a young boy age. T'Challa is malleable. You can make him whatever you want. You can make Nakia have a bastard son, born out of wedlock, because there was no ring on her finger or any sort of indication that they were married at all. We can have that kid grow up. He could be T'Challa. Here, this will help you make you think of that. Will we have T'Challa in X-Men 97? Nah, well, here, look, he calls himself T'Challa. Bro, when Tucson happens, they're going to call him T'Challa. By then, I will have checked out from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's not a threat. That's a promise. What's DC doing? What's DC doing? Couple more things. I was on Twitter earlier, and I asked Grok for the first time. I asked it a question. Who's the most famous who watches me? Kevin Feige? Idris Elba? Probably Damson Idris, right? Hi, Kevin. Stop it. Stop it. That's not T'Challa. T'Challa is a grown man. He can appear in cartoons like this one. And if that's all that it is, because also here on Twitter, and I'm sure you don't mind me sharing this, here you can see Sane MJ fan telling me, yes, but it's the child version of T'Challa, not T'Challa Jr. or any variant. All of the characters in this series are kids. Tony, Riri, Sam, Ultron, and Vision. So if you want to tell me, oh, no, it's okay, that's a good sign. If that's your opinion too, I hear you. I hear you guys. I disagree. I think finally he's allowed to appear in something, in a video game, in a something, and it's the one where we imagine T'Challa as a child. I don't think that is... I don't believe in coincidences like that. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I call it applying foresight. I like to use history to inform the present. But Kevin Feige, apparently you're watching. Damson Idris, I hope that it's you and not Idris Elba. I got Idris Elba, good luck, children of blood and bone. We need to not use the T'Child and not have a depreciating asset, some IP that you just created 2-3 years ago. You want people to start liking him. Everyone's going to love him. He's going to get more popular and reboots, and he's not anywhere because you're going to use actual T'Challa. He's a dead end. The child character, Toussaint, call him T'Challa all you want, and no one mention his lineage, and try it as much to make him T'Challa as possible. You are creating confusion in the fan base. You are making younger people who don't know the difference pick him as their favorite. They're going to select. My favorite Black Panther is T'Challa, not that one. No, we can't wait for him to die. Let's show you the real one. When I was a kid, I used to grow up on the Toussaint and real T'Challa. I grew up on him, Haiti. That was my T'Challa. Why are we doing that? We never did that for Bruce Banner or any of the characters that exist. It's always been the character, not their sons. Scar is not going to have a Hulk-led movie or anything. You have to compare it to the whites. That's how it helps with these guys. And then they go, oh, Eureka, light bulb. You're right. We wouldn't do that for the white. Oh, it's not. That's the whole equality thing. Oh goodness, how could we? All right, thanks, Chillmonger. That's why I'm here, Kevin, and that's why you watch my Twitter. According to Grok, according to the artificial intelligence, which I think I just killed 10 trees when I asked that question. I won't ask. Maybe I'll ask again for what's the top 10? Why did I limit it to top 3? Because I saw Bo DeMayo tweet top 3. I'm rambling, but keep following me on Twitter. I have 900 something. I'm near 1,000. It would be nice to say I'm near 1,000. If you're not following me on Twitter, hit me up there. But sometimes I'll put up polls and create an environment, or add to the environment of us superhero fans. I'm a good follow on Twitter. Kevin Feige, it's racial. I'm chill. I'm out. Actually, I'm not leaving yet. I gotta say, feed Palestine. The Israelis, the company that Kevin Feige works for, that Disney thing, that they help them out and they fund Israel, they are starving since March 2nd. They were like, no, okay, food and aid trucks can't come anymore. Instead, we'll create our own charity that distributes food. People get round up, people get shot and killed as they're trying to get their food. Then in the flour, they added opium. They are drugging the food now. So what do? You can't die of hunger. Fine, I gotta do this thing that's got drugs in it. That's the way that England was effing with the Chinese years back. So this is a familiar tactic. Are there any journalists who are allowed in Gaza to actually report this, independently verify, like a third party? No, they're blocked also.
Until we found that the flour was entered to a starved population by the GHF, the Israeli American Aid Distribution Foundation, was mixed with drugs. Specifically with oxycodone. What is oxycodone? An opioid. It's a very strong painkiller that cannot be used without a medical supervision, and it causes a slowdown in the heart rate, a mental illness, a damage in the brain, and most importantly, it is addictive.
Free Palestine and boycott Israel at any cost. And primary elections are the real elections. In this midterms, all you Americans, Canada, anyone, be careful and look at who AIPAC is supporting. Look at who the Israeli lobby is behind. Stop voting people who are compromised in the primary elections. Notice how I didn't say Democrat or Republican. Both of them blackmailed. Epstein. What do you think Epstein worked for? These are not theories. There's paperwork. I feel like sometimes every video I do needs to include that we're living in a world where Israel is terrorizing, land grabbing, every evil imaginable. A freedom flotilla was traveling with food and aid. They're on international waters. Here we go. We're getting close to Gaza. No, can't have that.
If you love them so much, why don't you go to Gaza? Okay, here we are, about 100 miles from Gaza. So tell Israel not to fucking kidnap us, motherfucker. All right, guys, this is it. They're 2 miles away. I gotta throw my phone in the water. I'll see y'all on the other side, all right?
Israel is pure evil. And you need to know that. Here. That's what every video has, that flag, so you already know what it is. I'm chill, I'm out.